Hello everyone, this is Nikhila Tippannawar from Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science. Today we are going to study the magnetic properties, how to calculate the magnetic moment and color in case of transition elements. First we will see the magnetic properties. What is meant by magnetic properties? It describes the behavior of any substance under the influence of a magnetic field. Depending on whether there is an attraction or repulsion by the pole of magnet, matter is classified as being paramagnetic or diamagnetic. The compounds of transition metals exhibit magnetic properties due to the unpaired electrons present in their atoms or ions. When a magnetic field is applied, substances which are attracted towards the applied magnetic field are called paramagnetic, while the ones which are repelled are called diamagnetic. Listen carefully. When a magnetic field is applied, substances which are attracted towards the applied magnetic field are called paramagnetic, and the ones which are repelled are called diamagnetic. When all electron spins are paired, the compound becomes diamagnetic. Some substances are attracted very strongly, and these are called ferromagnetic substances. Transition metals like iron, cobalt, nickel are ferromagnetic. When magnetic field is applied externally, all the unpaired electrons in these metals and their compounds align in the direction of the applied magnetic field. Due to this, the magnetic susceptibility is enhanced. These metals can be magnetized, that is, they acquire permanent magnetic moment. Now we will see how to calculate the magnetic moment. What is meant by magnetic moment? Each unpaired electron gives rise to a small magnetic field due to its spin angular momentum and orbital angular momentum. In case of the first row transition elements, the contribution from the orbital angular momentum is quenched and hence it can be neglected. The spin-only formula for magnetic moment is mu effective is equal to under root of n in bracket n plus 2 Bm, where Bm stands for Bohr's magneton and n is the number of unpaired electrons. And magnetic moment is expressed in Bohr's magneton. A single unpaired electron has magnetic moment mu is equal to 1.73 Bm. From the magnetic moment, measurement of the metal complexes of the first row transition elements, the number of unpaired electrons can be calculated with the use of spin-only formula. As magnetic moment is directly related to the number of unpaired electrons, value of m will vary directly with the number of unpaired electrons. Magnetic moments are determined experimentally in solution or in solid state where the central metal is hydrated or bound to ligands. A slight difference in the calculated and observed values of magnetic moments thus can be noticed. In this table represents the calculated and experimental value of magnetic moment of ions of first transition series elements. In this table, scandium, it has 0 unpaired electrons, so the magnetic moment value will be 0. Titanium, it has 1 unpaired electron, so the magnetic moment value will be 1.73 approximately. In case of vanadium, it has 2 unpaired electrons, so the value will be 2.84, and so on. Zinc also has 0 unpaired electrons, so the magnetic moment value for zinc will be 0. In second and third transition series, orbital angular moment is significant. Therefore, the simple spin-only formula is not useful and more complicated equations have to be employed to determine magnetic moment. The magnetic moments further are found to be temperature dependent. Now see this problem. Calculate the spin-only magnetic moment of divalent cation of a transition metal with atomic number 25. It has electronic configuration 3d54s0. So there are 5 unpaired electrons. So n is equal to 5 and mu effective will be given as 5 under root of 5 in bracket 5 plus 2, that is under root of 35, and the value will be approximately 5.92 bm, where bm stands for Bohr's magneton. I have given one more problem for homework. You may calculate the magnetic moment of divalent ion in aqueous solution if its atomic number is 24. Now we will see the next property, that is color. A substance appears colored if it absorbs a portion of visible light. The color depends upon the wavelength of absorption in the visible region of electromagnetic radiation. The ionic and covalent compounds formed by the transition elements are colored. Color of the transition metals can be explained on the basis of d-to-d transition of electrons. The transition elements contain unpaired electrons in their d orbitals. As the principal quantum number of d orbitals is same, the amount of energy required for transition of electrons from one d orbital to another is quite small. The small energy required for the transition is available by absorption of radiation having certain wavelength from the visible region. The remaining light is transmitted and the observed color of the compound corresponds to the complementary color of ligand observed. That means, if red light is absorbed, then the transmitted light contains excess of other colors in the spectrum, in particularly blue. So the compound's appearance will be blue. The ions having no unpaired electrons are colorless. For example, copper plus ion and titanium 4 plus. They are colorless compounds. The table shows color of 3D transition metal ions. The scandium, it has 3d0 outer electronic configuration. Number of unpaired electrons are 0, so the color of the complex for scandium 3 plus ion is colorless. Titanium 3 plus, 1 unpaired electron, so the color observed will be the purple. For titanium 4 plus, as the number of unpaired electrons are 0, the color of the transition metal will observed as colorless. Vanadium 3 plus, number of unpaired electrons are 2, so the color of the metal complex will be green. Thus, the color of a transition metal ion is related to the presence of unpaired d electrons, d-to-d transitions, nature of ligands, and geometry of the complex formed by the metal ion. Or we can say the transition metals are colored due to d-to-d transitions and charge transfer. Color due to d-to-d transition is shown by transition metal compounds containing d1, d2, d3, d4, d5, d6, d7, d8, 9 systems. The compounds containing d0 and d10 configurations are colorless as there is no possibility of d-to-d transitions. So we will stop here. Thank you everyone.